keep looking at Chelsea every single day.
Right, well, time will tell.
Not as a player anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Right, World Cup to get out of the way before the Premier League season kicks off again in a few months' time. We're building up towards Spain against Saudi Arabia later this evening. Kick-off at 5. Belgium against Iran follows at 8. 2 more commentaries as well to come, but we're going to reflect now from history made overnight when Curacao became the smallest nation ever to win a point at the World Cup. The Caribbean island held Ecuador 0-0 in Kansas City. This was a game watched by Rachel Coursey alongside John Akers.
Well, it was the best 0-0 draw in Curaçao's history. Their first ever World Cup, their first ever World Cup point, the smallest nation ever to qualify, and boy, did they put in a shift. With shades of Cape Verde, their goalkeeper made an astonishing number of saves. Well, Ecuador had at least 15 shots on target in the game. I'm yet to see the final numbers, but it just seemed like he was there time and time again. It was Rome of Miami FC at 37, the oldest member of their squad. Ecuador's fans in tears at the end. So was Dick Advocat, the Curacao manager, whose daughter had not been well in the build-up to this tournament and had disrupted their build-up. But what an effort they put in, Curacao, to get that result. Ecuador were wasteful. Their XG of 3 point something in the end. They just couldn't find a way through with 75% possession. And Rachel Coursey, it was an incredible result for those Curacao fans and players.
Oh, it was a monumental performance, and they deserved at least a point. Yes, Ecuador with an incredible number of shots and shots on target and chances and touches in the opposition box and all these things. But Curacao stood resilient. The back five were remarkable. The work of the midfield in front of them, and we touched on Chong during the game. Incredible the work he does to be able to relieve the pressure. His ability to take the ball was back to goal, turn a couple of defenders and drive at pace. It helped him out enormously. He came off towards the end, huge amount of running for him. They made a lot of changes with no depth is something that perhaps they don't have lots of, but what they do have is huge elements of character, resilience. After a really tough first game, I think that is a remarkable turnaround from them, and huge credit to the managers, but huge credit also to the players, because it was a magnificent performance that merited the point that now will go down in history.
And if they don't win their next group matches, those two could be a good result for Scotland as well.
It could be. I can't get excited. Every time I open my little football app that keeps me updated, it gives me that table that changes daily, of course, because there's plenty of games still to be played, and as soon as I see it, I have to click off it. It's too much anxiety to worry about that just yet. But of course, there's a likelihood if these two teams don't win their last game, which will be difficult for both Germany, for Ecuador, and Ivory Coast for Curacao, it will mean that one team will be eliminated across those third place teams.
Rachel Coursey and John Akers there with us on 5 Live Sport this afternoon. Cesar Azpilicueta and Clinton Morrison. And